Right, so this is question 19 from section 2. Right, so these are the bigger questions. And it's a mixture of software and computer systems. So the first one is just Michael's a fitness trainer making up posters, and they're just asking what's an advantage of using Bitmap. So if you're going to make a poster, why would they might use a Bitmap software? Okay, now if you remember with Bitmap, it's just made up of pixels. With Bitmap software, you can actually zoom right in and edit each pixel. So if one pixel is one colour, you can easily edit it. So you can do as fine detailed as you need to. Also, you can include photographs. So if you're wanting a poster to include photographic quality images, you would want to go down the bitmap route. Okay, so it's really that you can edit individual pixels. So we've done that when we've done airbrushing, etc. And you can include photographs. If we look at other than the file size state, another advantage. Okay, so if you use vector, right, it was an advantage of that. So hopefully you remember that with vector, because obviously this poster you might want to increase the size of it to take the side of a bus or a big billboard poster. So you can scale without losing quality, and you can also layer the objects. So if you've got a couple of images or a couple of objects, and you can send one to the back, so you can change the layering of the objects. Okay, so that's why you'd go for bitmap. And that's why you'd go for vector. When he's printing them off, he uses a spooler. So this is what our school does. So anytime people are printing off something, it goes through next door to a print server in which there's a hard drive that's running a spooler. So it's just a piece of the backing storage that temporarily holds a queue of print jobs. And when the printer's free, it sends the top of the queue, it sends that print job to the actual printer. And this is what we're after. Okay, so for one mark, it temporarily stores the print jobs in backing storage. So we use a hard drive, and it sends it to the printer when the printer's ready. Okay, so think of these as being four separate print jobs. That's the top of the queue, so when the printer's ready, it just gets sent to the printer, and then that one moves up. Okay, so it's just a wee queue, so they're getting really served by the print server. He's also going to bring out a piece of software and pretty much asking what hardware compatibility. So there's two hardware compatibility. There's obviously a lot more than that. So the main ones that you'd see if you ever buy some software is you'd be looking just to make sure you've got enough memory to run the software and enough backing storage to have it installed. Okay, so that's your main ones that you'd see for any software that you buy. He's then going to have the software is basically a daily diary of all your exercises, and you need to be able to update it, and it has a memory management function of the operating system will allocate and deallocate memory addresses as the diary is edited. So obviously when you edit it, take it into the processor and you can edit it and put back into the memory, and when you save it, it then goes to your backing storage. So describe two roles of memory management during the process of saving the diary to backing storage. So when it's going from memory to backing storage, what happens? Well, first of all, it actually has to locate it within the memory, so it has to know the address. So it has to locate the data in memory before transfer to the CPU. Okay, so that's the memory. That might be your diary. So that's what has to find where it is. And then it might be then putting it to backing storage. And also it communicates with the input output management, okay, to ensure the data can be transferred to backing storage. So it has to make sure that this diary, right, that's been edited and it's now in the memory, it has to actually communicate with backing storage just to make sure that can you actually get this diary and can it be saved into your backing storage. Okay, so that's your main things. So locate data in memory before the transfer to CPU, so it has to find it and then take it into the CPU so you can edit it, but also you have to communicate with the backing storage just to make sure that it's ready to accept this wee diary back into backing storage. And the last one is name the law that makes the unauthorized distribution of the software illegal. So if somebody's wanting to have a pirate copy of the software, they can't do it and you get into a lot of trouble. because there's a law called the Copyright Design and Patents Act, and make sure you mention the whole name